Here I'm asked to solve this system of equations, and in this situation I have three variables and three equations here in this system. And so the first step that I usually like to try is I like to use substitution. That usually works better for me. You're welcome to do it however you want, but I kind of just choose a variable that's kind of by itself, doesn't have any negatives in front of it or anything, and then I just solve for that. So in this situation, that would turn this equation into, I'm going to add 5y to both sides, subtract 3z, and that 16 is already there. And so now I'm just going to kind of plug that x value into the second equation here. So that would be negative 2 times, and then whatever that x is equal to, and then minus y minus 3z equals 4. I'm going to distribute that negative 2 to get negative 10y plus 6z minus 32, right? Multiplying it by all of these. And minus y minus 3z equals 4. And now this is just personal preference, but I like to put all the variables together on one side. So this becomes negative 11y. Putting this together becomes plus 3z. And then I personally like to move all the constants over to the other side. But it's not how you have to do it. It's just kind of how I like the look of this, because sometimes it lends itself well to elimination. So next I have to plug this x value into the third equation here, because I need two equations with two variables. Don't mind the bell. Now I have 4 times 5y minus 3z plus 16 plus 2y minus 5z equals negative 19. Going to distribute. Again, it's kind of the same process here every time. So 20y minus 12z, and then 16 times 4 is 64. And then that's a big number and kind of ugly, but we'll work with it. Plus 2y minus 5z equals negative 19. So we got my y's here, so I got 22y, and then my z's here, I got negative 17z. I subtract the 64 from both sides, and I honestly don't want to do that. What is that, 83? Yeah. And great, that's kind of terrible, but again, we'll work with it. It'll simplify eventually, but right now that's where we're at. We got these two equations, the blue and the green one. I'm going to take this blue one here, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to stack them on top of each other so I can hopefully use elimination. What I notice here is that neither of them exactly line up, but I see that 22 and 11 are very close. So I'm just going to take this whole blue equation and multiply it by 2. So when I do that, again, I'm going to move this out of the way here. When I multiply that by 2, it becomes negative 22y plus 6z equals 72. Is that a positive 72? Oh, no, it's a negative 83. That was my fault. In the green there. Okay, so now that I have this, I can use what I know about elimination by adding these two. So 22 plus a negative 22 is just 0. This becomes negative 11z, and this becomes just negative 11. So now I get my z value here is just equal to 1. So good. I have my first of 3 variables that I need. Now I'm going to plug this z into this blue equation here, and I'm going to get negative 11y plus 3 times 1 equals 36. Negative 11y plus 3 equals 36. Negative 11y equals 33. Run out of space here. Divide both sides by negative 11 to get my y value of negative 3. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and plug both of those terms, y and z, back into my purple equation up here. So negative 3 and 1. So this becomes x equals negative 3 and 1. Negative 15 minus 3 plus 16. Negative 18. X equals negative 2. Now I have all 3 of my variables here, which is good. And I'm going to go ahead and put those all together and write it as a coordinate here. So -2, -3, 1.